We're live. It
There
says
we go.
live.
It says live. We're live.
Hey. Hello.
Hi, folks. We're almost on time. Jane made me late, basically, by a minute, and then we got told off for being late by a minute, which is on time as far as I can see, really, because we don't really do conventional sequential timelines and minutes and such like.
No.
So welcome to this week's Chen Chat Q&A. So we'll just spend a few minutes talking randomly until a few people join, because that's what we do.
Talking rubbish.
And then for those of you in catch-up, you know what we're doing. So we're talking rubbish. So the date is 12th of January 2026. Another week flies by. And we've just had a good week, actually. Just got a really good weekend because we did the worldwide meditation and thumping the energy grid with Chen yesterday. It feels like about 2 minutes ago, but it was last night, basically. So in UK
That's how quickly
time,
time's moving.
it is. What was that? 7 o'clock UK time last night.
That's 6, actually.
6.
Yeah.
So just over 24 hours ago, effectively. And here we are again, going live.
I've just realised I've made a mistake again.
What was that?
I've put a sweater on again.
Why have you done that?
But when Chen comes in, I get so hot.
Not just a sweater, a woolly sweater.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Do you want to go and change them whilst
No,
I
it's
keep
all right.
everyone entertained?
I'm sure I'll manage.
Julie might just sweat.
No, we ladies just perspire.
Oh yeah, you'll perspire a lot. I'll be sweating. I was sweating last night.
You get very hot, don't you, when Chen's in?
Roasting, literally.
Yeah.
That's why it takes all this time off my life, he told me. Because obviously the vibration rises a lot compared to normal vibration. I think he explained at one point, when you channel, obviously your vibration is increasing to allow the guides to come in and obviously hold your energy or frequency, which makes everything work faster, obviously from a kind of physical body perspective, which knocks a few years off your life. It's a bit like smoking,
You
really.
better not go before me.
Well, hopefully. It's like smoking and alcohol. Who's worried about the sunny window when we're 80 odd?
Well, could somebody please just let us know that the sound's okay? Because we tend to
That's a
sometimes
good idea.
get it the wrong way round. There's a few
Sound check.
watching. Could somebody just let us know? Mary's on. Hi,
Mary,
Mary.
good to see you, Mary. Oh yeah, should be good. Sound should
Should
be
be okay?
fine. Yep. Looking like to me.
Sound is good. Oh,
Sounds good.
yeah. You better just switch off here. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Cool.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying that. We've got a tendency to be a little bit hazy, haven't we, if the sound's not...
Well, there's multiple
Right.
mics in the room, basically. There's a mic above our head, which is the expensive mic that we should be using. And of course, if the PC has inadvertently moved across to the other mic, which is the inbuilt one,
Default.
then it's not so good. And occasionally, there's updates and things that happen that change things behind the scenes,
Oh,
and we don't get to notice.
is that what happened last night on the meditation?
No, that takes us fine.
A few were saying that they couldn't hear you very well. I think most of us were saying that it
That's
seemed
because
fine.
that was Zoom settings,
Oh,
and they'd been changed for our meditation course that we're running on Tuesday. So I made some changes to that. So a lot.
you
Basically-
absolutely deafened everybody. I nearly jumped out of my chair.
So for those of you that don't stream continually, there's all these different streaming platforms like Zoom and StreamYard. We're all different to set up. They've all got different presets and different volume controls, and there's lots of things you can configure and change. And of course, depending upon what you do, depends what you need set up. So there's lots of tinkering behind the scenes that tends to happen, really.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It was great last night, wasn't it?
yeah, so for those of you that
Lots of
joined last night, thanks for joining. We had a great time. Chen was really, really happy and pleased, which is good. Happy Chen is a happy us, obviously. And I think he was so happy he wanted to get a date in the diary for the next one. So I believe we've got a date in the diary now for 22nd.
Yeah, 22nd of February.
So 2202. So another very prominent date, actually, from a kind of numerology perspective, which is good. And I can't remember what the numerology was now, so let's have a quick look at the... So I think I put it on the website, actually. We did work it out, the extracted full numerology. So somewhere we should actually have...
There it is.
There it is. So let's wait for the website to do its thing. Okay, yeah, so 2202-2026. If you add all of those numbers together, from a numerology perspective, you get a 16, basically.
16/7.
/7. And that is sacred awakening. So 16 brings the collapse of false structures. So if anyone has noticed, the false structures around the world seem to be collapsing at a rate of knots. So being a 16, that date is quite prominent really to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The 7 represents spiritual truth, inner knowing and higher wisdom, often associated with deep spiritual activation rather than just surface healing. So you can see why this date is very prominent for us to do that really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we normally would only do one every sort of 2 or 3 months, but
yeah. So when we actually saw the date, we thought, okay,
seemed the right thing to do.
Perfect. And of course, I think if the overall spiritual signature from a numerology perspective is about anchoring into Earth's energy grid, and of course we're clearing the grid,
That's what we're doing,
which is what we did yesterday. So it's got a very pertinent date that we've selected for the next one, which will be good. And as you said, it's about 6 weeks, 5 weeks.
Yeah, 5, I think, something like that. It's not, it's not very far away, but
perfect. So if you're interested in doing that, hop on to our website and you can find the register page on the front, which will be good. Of course, that's another free meditation, so there's no cost to join. Just click the link, pop in your email address, and then Jane basically manages everything behind the scenes.
A very long spreadsheet. Yeah.
Very big spreadsheet. And then we normally send out the Zoom link a few days before.
Yeah. Normally the day before, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
And registration is cut off at 6 o'clock on the Saturday, because I was finding that people were still trying to register when we'd already started. Not this last time, not yesterday, but the ones we've done before. So we sort of said, well, we could do with that 24 hours just to make sure everybody's got their links and stuff. So
yeah, because as we know with email, when you press send, quite often it doesn't arrive in people's inboxes, or sometimes they get dropped into spam, and then of course people can't find the link, so they start to email us to ask for the link, and that tends to happen on the 12th hour generally, which makes Jane very stressed. Whilst I'm sat up here drinking my coffee,
waiting for 6 o'clock,
waiting for go, effectively.
Yeah.
So the monk is ready, but the organ grinder not so much. As such.
Thank you for that.
Perfect.
We've actually got quite a lot of questions, and I would quite like to get through as many as we can. So we might get Chen in a little bit quicker, if that's all right, and then
that's cool.
we can make a start on those.
Get going.
Yes, because there was a few from the week before as well, which I missed. Cool. So we'll carry them over.
So when you notice Jane roasting and sweat dropping down her face,
it's my hair sticking to my head.
It's not sweat at all, it's perspiration that you're seeing by all accounts. And you'll notice that I just sweat and roast, really. Okay, so let's get Chen in, and I'll catch you folks in a while.
Okay.
Cool, let's move my feet. Taking up all the space under the desk. These big feet. Size 5s. Anyway, let's get Chen in. Good day, my dear.
Hello.
Hello to everybody. It's my pleasure again. Seems so frequent these days.
Yes, I think Andy spends more time in trance doing other things than he does actually here with me at the minute.
Yes, which might be better for you, my dear.
Yeah.
Yes, well, possibly better for us all, I would say. Because, of course, I'm much funnier.
You are very funny. Andy's funny too, though.
He is quite funny.
Yeah.
I will give him credit for that. But I'm the one that does the work. So you're better off speaking to the person performing the work.
Yes, the organ grinder.
Yes, as opposed to the contingency plan.
Yeah. So how did we do last night as far as the meditation
went? Good question. I was going to address that, my dear. So last night was wonderful, really, from our perspective. Lots and lots of healing. So many people on the call, which was great. I obviously worked with a team, and the feedback I received from my team was they connected to everyone that was part of that call. There was an awful lot of negativity to clear in people's own mental construct and their conscious awareness. People been through traumas and pains. So we cleared an awful lot of personal energy. And of course, this changes their vibration.
Yes.
So, and this is the reason we do the healing to start with, is that we need to clear everyone on the call to bring their vibration up. And that then succinctly moves us into a space where we can actually bring the collective energy forward together. And this is what we use then to, as I say, thump the grid. And the grid was well and truly thumped yesterday, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a team of us that watch when this happens. It's very visual. We're watching energy and frequency.
What does it look like?
Well, we don't see with physical eyes. We don't have any, of course. What we're watching is vibrational frequencies. So if you can imagine, when you watch lightning come from the sky, that lightning is conducting from a higher place to a lower place, to ground, basically grounding itself. And that illuminates and creates light. And this is what we see from an energetic perspective. When we thump the grid with all of that energy, that high vibration, the grid basically lights up for only probably a millisecond or two. But a lot of the portals and a lot of the corruption and negativity is opened like a dam. If you visualize a dam holding back water that's been there for a long time, and then someone takes the front away from the dam, that water cascades down together. And that's what happens when we thump the grid with high frequency loving energy. All of those blockages just open, and that energy basically thunders through.
Wonderful.
So, and it was amazing, very amazing to see. And obviously this is what we have on our list of things to do, as you know, my dear.
Yes.
So I envision a day when we have thousands of people, because of course every single person that joins us adds their energy. So you can imagine, with thousands of people thumping the grid at the same time, opening up all of these energetic portals, ley lines, grid points together. And when that happens, of course, it changes everything about that point. So if you think about a physical structure that's built on top of a ley line or an energetic point that the energy is being blocked from, and we open the flow, everything starts to flow, and that changes the space physically for the structure that's built on that line, but all of the people. So again, think of pyramids that have blocked energetic structures underneath them. They've been stopped working energetically. We're opening all of those points. So it's a very, very important piece of work that we're doing together, even though it seems so simple.
And we're very grateful to all our friends, followers, for helping make it happen.
Yes, and we will get to thousands. It's part of my agenda, really, to start to move things forward. You will do, my dear. Yes.
Might need a better system at that point.
Well, things may have to
change slightly.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
But everything happens slowly.
Yes.
And of course, nothing happens when we look at things that are happening and things that are done from a past perspective that were instrumental in change. Everything happens slowly. One domino at a time.
Well, as it's supposed to. It happens as it happens, doesn't it? It's just
and it's better if it's slow. So we are building a movement, really, from an energetic perspective of people that are listening to this particular podcast, and of course their friends and their families, and people then refer someone else to join. So we will get to big numbers very quickly.
Yes, I'm sure that's what we need to start doing, probably, actually, is asking everybody to tell other people. Yes.
Word of mouth is the best mechanism, and people that have joined these particular calls and meditations feel so much better, I'm sure. There is the personal positive takeaway point, let alone the grid work. The two things are separate, but they actually pull together.
So if, for instance, we have one of our friends in America, Sarah, she gets people together in her shop. So if they're all meditating together, does that make their contribution more powerful?
Yes, it's the collective. The collective is always amplified. So one person doing something on their own is a singular energy. Put 10 people together, 10 people's energy joins, but it's amplified too.
Yes.
Because of course each one amplifies another. Yes. So you get more from groups than you do from singular.
Okay. So next time we need to I need to get Ruth and Vanessa and
yes, we need to
our house.
We need to find the loud orators, the people that speak, the people that signpost, the people that advertise. Yes.
Okay.
So that's my challenge to you, my dear. I will look forward to the 1,000 landmark.
Okay.
And then we'll move to 2,000 and so on.
Okay, challenge accepted. Well, we had not everybody who registers actually turns up, and so we had to put out a bit of an explanation today saying that because it is a collective thing, that you wanted this done in unity, there is no point in putting out the recording, because you want everybody together to actually do this one, don't you? We put out recordings for everything else, but
yes, this particular meditation is all about collective energy at a particular point in time. So if someone does this in catch-up, then of course they go through the meditations, but their energy is just one very small frequency traveling the grid. It won't make any difference. But when we amplify 100, 200, 300 people together at the same point, and we unleash that huge flow of energetic energy, that's what this is all about.
Yes. Well, I think we had about 260 that registered. So that's a quarter of your 1,000.
Yes.
And then I think Andy said, I was only a participant last night, so I didn't see the numbers, but he saw about 159 were actually present.
Yes, perfect.
So
159 present actually doing that meditation, amplified in numbers, is probably 250.
Yes.
In terms of the way we see things. Okay,
fabulous. And can you sort of like give it to us in a percentage of the work that has to be done? Why are you smiling? In a percentage way, sort of like, what difference do we make?
Well, the work never ends.
No, of course not.
So there is no end per se.
Yeah. Okay.
Percentage numbers would be quite small, of course. You're talking about the whole planetary grid.
Yes.
And a very small, the population of the planet is obviously in the billions.
Yes.
But there's only 150 actually doing the work at that point in time. So, of course, the percentage numbers would be very small.
Yes.
But it's the effect that it's having that we are defining it by.
Yes.
So corrupt, negative structures will fall because people like us do this work. And that's the key. It's not about the numbers per se or the percentages. It's about the fact that we're clearing the grid. We're allowing the energy to flow around the planet in a much more constructive, positive way.
Yes.
And that in itself orchestrates change. But of course, change comes in different ways.
Yes. Good point. Well, that's sort of, I did have a question from Veronica. She actually asked, at this time we're now on our beautiful planet Gaia, where there is so much turmoil in many countries seeking peace. I, with many others, will join with Chen on Sunday evening to thump the grid. My question is, how much of a difference can we all make with thought and mindset on this special task we undertake? So that sort of answers the question, doesn't it?
Yes, it's a very good question.
Yeah.
And of course, the answer is a huge difference. People that are conscious, you could have a room of 10 conscious people that are actually consciously aware of themselves spiritually, connected, doing the right thing through intention. That outshines hundreds and hundreds of people that are asleep. So we don't need huge numbers. We need small numbers of conscious people that work with intent.
Yes. Yeah, and it's odd really, because since there's such a queue to come in at the moment, because it's such a prestigious time to be here, the amount of people that are asleep, actually.
Yes, but of course they're kept asleep by the things that they read, the things that they do, the people that they mix
believe,
with.
Yeah.
So, and of course, yes, their belief systems.
Yeah.
So whilst people like ourselves and people like yourselves listening on this call, you're the forward party. You're here to be awake. You're here to try to wake up other people.
Yeah.
But of course, there is two other sides to this coin. You have the negative agenda that have their people. We have our people, ourselves. They have their people. And then you have the masses. And of course, the masses can be aligned either way. And we look at technology. Technology has been designed to keep people asleep.
Yes.
And we're trying to wake people up.
Yes.
So there is a spiritual war going on effectively behind the scenes, just that most people are completely unaware. And for some of the masses, of course, they're not in a position to work anyway. Their vibration's too low. Their understanding is not quite right. They wouldn't really be any point in waking up, particularly.
But they've never been given that opportunity, regardless.
No.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
So it's up to the forward party. Like everything, if you look at all battles that happen, whether they be physical ones or spiritual ones, they're won by the strategic choices of a small group of people.
We're on it. We're on it.
Good. That's why we're all here collectively.
Yes. Catherine's saying hi. Kira, Joe, Mary Quarmby, Nessie's here. Nicole. Haven't quite gone. Camille's here. I'm sure you'd all like to say hello to everybody.
Yes, welcome to our meeting.
Elizabeth and Mary Gibson.
It's interesting, my dear, how it's all females. Have you noticed?
Yes, it is.
Who's awake and who's asleep on the planet?
Oh, well, that says a lot, doesn't it, ladies?
It does. I being a gentleman as well, of course.
Well, of course, yes.
Indicating that it's the men that are still asleep, generally.
Oh, well.
But then, of course...
They watch football, don't they?
Yes, of course they do.
Yes.
They've been caught up in the...
Oh, Gary's here. Hello, Gary.
And we do have someone
yes,
who's awake.
We do.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you, young man.
Oh, lovely. Hope you two enjoyed the meditation last night. I had a photograph from Mary she sent me just before we started, and their dog Nell was sat on Gary's lap, and Nell was going to enjoy the meditation as well.
Wonderful. Yes. Well, of course.
A bit canine energy.
Animals pick up on the energy, of course, of the masters too.
Yes.
So
yes, they do.
If their humans are relaxed and calm in a very positive place, then of course a dog would be on your lap.
Yes. That's very true. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, Mary. So we've got a few questions, which I thought we could perhaps just start, because there's quite a few of them. So what we don't get round to doing tonight, I'll take forward to next week.
You're trying to say that I need to speed up, my dear, are you not?
No, that wasn't...
I think I understood the resonant energy energetically.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we've got quite a few, but it doesn't matter because I can take some forward to next week anyway.
I take the challenge.
Okay. Well, okay. All right. Well, our friend Andrea P, says, hello, gang. Can Chen tell us anything about Tartaria? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Who built all the over-the-top, hugely ornate buildings? And why are identical, ornate, neoclassical buildings found worldwide and historically linked to Tartaria on old maps?
Well, that's an interesting question. So Tartaria being an ancient civilization, really, that was working alongside the, if you like, humanity together. And of course, a lot of the infrastructure was actually designed to be very, very positive, which is why it was exquisitely ornate. Not just ornate, but it was quite exquisite. But there were also lots of technologies incorporated into the buildings to push back negativity, and they were removed.
Oh.
So things like bells, when we think of bell towers,
yes,
when you think of a bell that rings energetically into a town or a city, that's a frequency of vibration, and it's a high resonant frequency, and that pushes back negativity generally.
Yes, like tinkles.
Yes, same type of thing.
Yeah.
So Tartaria was built by other civilizations alongside humanity, but to work in a very positive way with different types of building techniques, but primarily incorporating technology that pushed back the negative layer.
Right, okay.
I'm sure Andrea will understand what we're saying and probably will provide feedback.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
Making a point.
He was there.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. It's interesting that question's come up then, that Andrew's asked it, isn't it?
Yes, very.
Right. I need to make a note, and we can ask him when you leave.
Yes, interesting.
If you can remember. Do you think he'll remember?
No.
Okay. Right. Well, it'll give him something to research, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Faffy Fab. It's actually quite a long question, so I just cut it back really to the little bit that she wants to know about. What to do in the middle of an attack? I get a wave of dread after I hear a lot of table and chairs being loud above me. I call on my guides, but it's for every few days, and this is draining me. And she's actually said here tonight, I was listening to a shaman on Saturday and I had a breakthrough. What is the difference between shamans and Andy's work?
Yes, that's interesting. So to start with, the first part of the question, so psychic protection, of course, is the key. And there are different ways to orchestrate protection. As we know, we can visualize ourselves in bubbles of light. We can do protective meditations that we have on the website. We also can obviously invoke our guides, which is the key. And if that doesn't work particularly well, you can invoke myself and my team.
Yes.
So that would be the extended version of that, effectively. And when we look at what a shaman does, a shaman is a spiritual adventurer, really. They change their vibration. They obviously can change their frequency. They can go down into negative realms, spaces, different vibratory frequencies, different worlds, really, different timelines. So they're able to astral travel, basically, in the same way that mediums can do the same thing. So a medium and a shaman is the same person. They just use different words and terminology for doing essentially the same thing, but in different ways. So shamans may take substance to drink things, to be able to open up their psychic vision. They're still working with other spiritual entities and energies, which we could call guides. Mediums tend not to use anything to get into the same state. Some mediums, of course, will take mushrooms, or they may smoke marijuana or something to help them. It's not particularly encourageable, really, from my perspective.
No, you've always said that, haven't you?
So, but people do that, of course. But a medium should be able to change their frequency, move themselves into their spiritual astral space and work without using any type of augmentation.
Yes, okay. Yeah, particularly chemical.
Yes. Because, of course, there is a negative side to all chemicals, because they perforate the etheric field, and that opens you up to attacking connections.
Yes.
You too, my dear, have had much experience in that in the past.
In the past? Yes. Not in this lifetime, I haven't. Well, once. I did once.
I think young Andrew probably has.
Yes. Yeah. He did used to smoke weed.
Yes. Wasn't particularly good, as I recall.
No, my experience was terrible. No. It's probably just as well, because you never know, I might have carried on.
Well, this is the problem. But for some people, is the method to get into that sensory state to be able to perform the work, of course.
Yes. Actually, it's interesting because what you just talked about there, Victoria Kankowski, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, does using marijuana as a tool to connect to ancestors or higher self have a negative impact on your sovereignty? That was one of the questions.
Yes, it will potentially perforate your field. Depends how much you smoke, how used to that you are, and of course how strong the marijuana is.
Yeah.
But really, trying to do it in your normal waking mental state is a much better method, even though, of course, it takes longer to learn and practice.
Yes, but doing it the clean way is better. She's actually said, is there a safe way to use any substance, or is complete sobriety the best?
Well, complete sobriety is the recommended method.
When you're doing the work, particularly.
Yes. And especially if you're going up against negative things, negative energies, the last thing you want is to be using some type of augmentation that potentially weakens your field. Because, of course, it makes you a bigger target.
Yes, absolutely. And then you start getting guides that aren't imposter guides and
mental intrusion.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Joanna Clark, Joe. I'd like to ask a question about my guides. I've had many portraits done over the years, psychic art of guides, but are any of them even still with me apart from my main guide, White Feather? Can you see?
I can see one stood right behind her, which I assume would be White Feather.
Okay.
There are no others around the outside that I can perceive effectively.
Okay.
So I would agree that she has a primary main guide. And again, guides come and go, as we know. They come to you when you need them as part of your teaching and part of your elective practice, and then they move out again. You, my dear, were only talking about an old guide of Andrew's today that you called forward when you spoke her name.
Oh, is she still around?
Yes, you brought her into the space.
Okay. So our son Lloyd is embarking on SRA certification, and he's very switched on, isn't he? He's very spiritual. And he said that he was shown a guide who was an Egyptian woman, and I thought, that's very interesting, because the first guide that actually worked with you that you were aware of was a guy called Miranda, wasn't she? And it would seem that perhaps now that Lloyd is embarking on his spiritual path, that Miranda's going to help him too.
Yes, more than likely. And of course, by you talking about the connection, you energetically call the guide forward.
Yes. So is she ever still around, Andy?
Well, that was the point, my dear, is that she's not normally around at all.
Oh, okay.
Because her work was done.
Yes.
But she's still connected and therefore in the background.
Yes.
So when you think of a guide, as young Joe has just said, I have other guides, by thinking about them, you will call them forward.
Yes.
But of course, if the work is finished with you, like a parent observing a child in the playground, you would look through the fence, but you wouldn't let them see you, because they may get upset or it may reattach. So you watch and observe from a distance generally.
Yes, that's nice. Well, I hope she is going to be there for Lloyd. That would be particularly because of the connection. That'd be lovely.
Yes, he's got an interesting path to come.
Okay, Catherine Miller. I think you're here, Catherine. As a follow-up to my questions from last week about Chen not experiencing emotions. Okay.
I don't look particularly emotional.
When you smile and laugh a lot, don't you? So you must feel something.
I don't feel,
no,
but I can animate the physicality.
Okay.
So I know that the people watching, when I smile, they feel the energy flow of me smiling.
It's very catching.
But I don't really feel anything because my spirit's not properly connected into the physical body.
Okay, all right. Well, that might answer the question, because she's saying, what about love? Is it just a frequency, even though as humans we experience a variety of emotion with it? Does Chen experience happiness or being pleased or frustrated? Are these emotions or frequencies that we just experience as humans?
I think I could say young Andrew has encouraged me to be frustrated at times. If there was a frustrated feeling, I think I've probably experienced it. Yes, but not in the same way, of course, that you do.
No.
But when we do work like we did last night, I feel proud, in a way,
that's nice,
for the work that we do collectively together and for the attendance of the people. So even though I'm not feeling things as you do, I have no body, but the vibration, the energy signature is what we perceive.
Yes, okay. So
if I was to watch two people that kissed each other, connected in love, then I can see the frequency of love. So we can perceive exactly what's happening. If we watch two people arguing and they were very enraged and negative, we also see the low frequency and the anger. So we can't see the emotion, but we can see how the frequency drops and changes dramatically.
Yes. Do you then see negative things sort of like swarming around when...
Yes, like crocodiles. They're around all of the time because, of course, the space that you all exist in is interdimensional. So things are around all of you all of the time. Rather like a radio, a radio set is tuned to a certain frequency and that's what you hear. But all of the other radio stations are still in the same space.
Yeah.
So when you tune the receiver, you can go straight to another radio station.
Yes.
So these other energies are around all of you continually, but they're in different frequency bands.
So if you see happiness, laughing, love, what do you see then?
That would push them away. Yes,
it
pushes them away because it's a frequency they cannot attain and hold themselves within. And this, of course, is why most of the third dimensional planet is designed to be negative and fearful.
Yes.
And the media, of course, is pushing fear because, of course, it brings people's vibration down, allows these energies to connect. If the news was pushing positivity, talking about the marvellous things that are happening all over the planet, which they do every day, acts of kindness by people that don't even know each other. Someone falls down on the sidewalk and someone jumps in, offers them a hand, lets them stand up. That's an act of love and kindness.
Yes.
But you don't hear about these things on the news because that would produce positivity and people would change their vibration and we would push back this negative layer.
Yes.
And this is what we're here to do, is we're here to equalise this balance.
Yeah. High vibe.
High vibe. Laugh every day.
Yes. I think that's most people's mantras. Catherine's also said, I've heard that animals don't have their own individual spirit guides, but more of a collective guide experience. Is this correct? And can you speak more about animal consciousness? Do humans experience lifetimes as animals?
Very interesting. So animals do not have spirit guides in the way that you do as humans, because your conscious awareness is different.
Yes.
If we look at the human, you obviously have a different stranding of genetics and DNA, which is why you've created structures around the world. You don't see lions building architecture, mixing cement and doing computer work. So obviously they're a different type of energetic structure, and they are more collective. They work in, most animals work collectively together in packs. That's what they connect to. So they don't have guides that are teaching them in the same way that humans do. And of course, other interdimensional entities the same, really.
So they don't choose, like us, they don't choose their life experience before they come in.
No,
they just arrive.
Yes. So they're part of the Gaia ecosystem in the same way that trees and plants obviously grow because something is dropped on the floor, generally, of the fauna, which would be a seed, and that seed would then germinate to become a tree. But there's no guide or anything spiritual behind it. It's just part of the ecosystem. So the animals that are here as part of the ecosystem to provide the planet with life, and of course to support human life, of course, too, because generally you eat each other, really, except humans are the top of the food chain. Yes. In some places, not in others, of course. In the savannah, humans aren't really top of the food chain, you could say. So a group of lions would potentially
much more powerful than the humans, aren't
they would rise to the top of the food chain. And obviously bears in different countries would potentially be in that similar space. So animals don't really have spirit guides in that way. They are part of a group consciousness. But of course, if they don't have the same conscious awareness and spirit guides, then they cannot reincarnate as a human, because you're talking about a completely different energy structure that doesn't have the intellect and the conscious awareness of human. So animals are animals, humans are humans.
Yes. Funny you should mention bears. Actually, it's just reminded me of a story when Andy and I were in New Hampshire in America, and we stayed at a hotel that was out in the sticks. I can't remember the name, near North Conway. And when we decided we were going to go for a walk, we'd driven past this Echo Lake quite a few times. Thought, it just looks lovely. So we packed up a bit of a picnic and we drove out to this Echo Lake, and we thought we'd walk round it. It was about a mile. So I mean, it was not a large lake, but far enough for us to walk. So anyway, we set off and we got right to the other side. So we were opposite. We was like looking over the lake towards the car, and the whole place had cleared out as well. All the children had gone. There was not another person to be seen. It was just our car, and that was it. So like looking over there, and as we got close to the shore, there's these funny paw prints with what looked like claws had been dug into the ground at the front of them. We realised it was bears that had come down the hill for a drink. And oh my word, didn't we move? Move really quickly. We don't get anything like that here. We've got nothing in the UK that you need to be scared of apart from a little spider. And oh my word, we were oh, that scared us. But
it's probably the fastest Andrew's moved for a long time.
And me. We didn't hang about. Oh dear. Okay, sorry, I digressed there, but just made me think of it. I hope that answers your question, Catherine. So yes, and I mean, animals are very, very important to us as humans, aren't they? Not only just for food, but for love and connection. And
yes, there's no greater connection between effectively a human and a dog. That connection,
or a cat,
or cats not quite so much.
Really?
But dogs have a very, very connected, and horses, of course, too. The horse-human connection is very deep. Very deep.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Lynn Golubowski has got an interesting question. A crazy question, she calls it, but perhaps I keep getting info about nail polish and how it dulls our body's ability to be the light.
It's interesting.
Yes. I mean, there's lots of chemicals in that.
Chemicals primarily, I would suggest. I mean, I'm not really too up on female cosmetics, really.
No.
But of course, there are many chemicals that do that do bring your vibration down. And of course, for you ladies, when you think about what you do with your lips and your nails, these are the surface of your skin. When you put products on them, you're obviously blocking the skin to a certain degree. Certainly the nail area has tiny holes inside the nail bed. And of course, they're breathing and there's moisture going in and out. So the nail is actually performing a function, yes.
Oh.
So it may not look porous when you pour water over, but if you looked under a microscope, you would see a completely different setup. So of course, when you put nail polish on, as you say, and you fill all those holes in, you're blocking the nail itself energetically. But of course, there's a lot of, it's a very thin layer at the nail to the underlying blood flow and blood supply.
Yes.
So those chemicals go straight into your bloodstream.
Okay.
And of course, this would then potentially, if they are detrimental to human health, they're going to change your vibration and, of course, start to cause problems from a health perspective too.
Okay, well, you wouldn't eat it, would you?
Hopefully not.
That's what I was meaning. You wouldn't eat it, so it may not be a good idea to put it on a porous place on your body.
No. And of course, lots of these things are the same. When we look at lipsticks and other products, that people use, they spray them around their faces, perfumes and such like. These are toxic chemicals that you're putting directly onto your skin that's assimilated straight into your lymphatic system. And of course, it's toxic. So there probably are many tumours and cancers and things that are caused by these sorts of products that people are using every day.
Might have to stop wearing lipstick. Actually, I do the brand of makeup and skincare. I've got 2 brands that I use, and they are both organic, natural products. So hopefully, things that I use wouldn't have.
Yes, that's what I was just going to say. There's always alternatives.
Yes. Yeah, I did quite a lot of research actually. So
so for all of you ladies out there, it's certainly worth considering that the research around the things that you're putting on your face, your skin, and these are important places.
Yes.
And it's wouldn't be a big problem if you only put lipstick on once every month, or if you put nail polish on once every month. But people are doing it every day, all day.
Yes.
And many times, of course, too.
I can't talk for nail varnish, but I mean, I used to use it. I don't anymore. I haven't used it for a long time now. But I don't know whether there would be organic, natural versions of nail polish. I don't know. It's got to be a lacquer, really. Anyway, there we can. Lynn, you can do a bit of research.
Yes,
see if you can find yourself some natural.
That's quite a good idea, my dear.
Yes.
Perhaps you should take this as a challenge.
Yes, maybe I should.
You're the lady here with myself. This could be your area of expertise.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe you can teach me, my dear.
Really?
Well.
Well, I've made myself a note.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for your question, Lynn. Catherine is annoyed because she had to step out right as I heard you answering my question. I'll catch it on the replay. And Laura is saying that varnish stops sunlight and therefore blocks any energy coming in. Of course, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Interesting, yes.
Yes. Irene is saying, hello, everybody. Love you all. Carol, hello. Nice to see you. Michael, we've got 2 men.
We've got 2 gentlemen.
Yes.
2 men that are awake in the world. Fantastic.
Michael Santos. It's not Jane downstairs today. It's Jane upstairs.
Yes, I like Michael.
You do?
Yes, we've met many times.
Oh, there you are, Michael. Old friends.
Yes.
Old friends. That's nice to know.
Used to be a man of the cloth in a previous life.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, there we are.
No longer, though, I'm sure.
I don't know, actually. I don't know what Michael does. We speak to him quite often, but...
Yes. I'm sure he'll tell us in a moment.
Yeah, I'll look out for it. If he's still here. I don't know if he is or not. He was laughing at something earlier. Anyway, we'll see. He might come back.
Good.
Lisa Barker would like to know, can our higher self change as we experience growth or need more help, if this makes sense?
Yeah, it's interesting. Generally, the higher self, you did think you would get quite warm, my dear.
Yes, I know.
I can feel the heat from you.
Yes.
Let alone you from I
make this mistake every week.
Yes.
It's because it's so cold here and we don't have the heating on much. But as soon as you come along...
Yes, I'm a free radiator.
Yeah, it's like sitting next to a radiator on full heat.
Yes. So to answer the question, really, the higher self doesn't really change particularly. Again, it's a conscious awareness, a conscious energy construct. So it's already in place. You as humans, obviously in your physical incarnation, connect to the higher part of you, effectively, that has all of the answers. This is why hypnotherapy is such an interesting occupation, because of course in hypnotherapy you're trying to get away from the physical mental construct of the person and get to the higher self, which has the answers. And of course this is why that particular therapy is so important, really, for people that are going through different traumas and pain, because the conscious awareness or the ego is blocking most things. But if you can get past that to the higher self, then you're talking directly to a much more conscious, aware energy, effectively, but it doesn't really change per se.
Okay, so it's something we come in with already.
So that would have been the shorter version.
Thank you. And Michael is still here. He says, I do love the science of mind. Oh, you're a psychologist. You're a psychotherapist. Jen's smiling. We're waiting to know. Catherine, I'm in the hospital with asthma. Oh, and a nurse stepped in to try to talk me into getting a flu vaccine. You can imagine how annoyed I was that I missed your answer to listen to that nonsense. I'm sorry, Catherine. Oh gosh. Do you? I don't know, actually. I have COPD. It's still lung disease. And I'm not sure if it would help with asthma, but I take million leaf drops.
Yes.
Would that help with asthma?
Yes, million is good.
It opens the airways.
Oregano, of course, is very, very good.
Yes. Yeah. Well, these million leaf drops, it might be that you do all this already. I don't know. But
another research project for you, my dear, to
educate
people.
Asthma.
Well, to educate people with your condition, how you manage your condition and what works for you.
Yes.
Which of course
well, sometimes, probably about once a year, I have to resort to some quite harsh chemicals to try and help, but nebulize and
yes.
I suppose my my steroid is probably quite harsh chemical, actually, thinking about it, isn't it? But
yes.
But it's what works for you. At the end of the day, you have to have some sort of quality of life, don't you? So
so of course a lot of breathing conditions come back to nutrition. So things that are causing acid reflux at a low level, obviously let off gas that comes up the tube that can create asthma type symptoms.
Yes.
So thinking about food, trying to get away from a lot of the wheats and grains is obviously a good idea.
Yes. And dairy sometimes isn't good, is it, for lung related things?
So
I've heard.
It's mucus creating.
Yes. Well, I hope you feel better soon. I hope they get it under control and that you actually get to go home today. If you need us to shout for clearing or whatever, since you've been in hospital, it's not a great place to be, is it, really?
No, it's the worst place you can
And this
be.
time of year as well, you don't want to be... Oh, I say that, but you don't have it cold, do you, in California? But, this time of year in the UK is terrible. I don't like leaving the house, really. And then the grandchildren come and visit and give it all to us anyway.
Yes, this is the problem.
Yes.
Because, of course, their immune systems have been compromised and haven't quite grown to maturity.
No. I mean, things just do the rounds like wildfire at nursery. But there we are. I wouldn't not want to see them. Sarah Barfield, Chen asked for some difficult questions for your next chat. You did.
Yes, I like difficult questions.
Challenges.
Yes.
Do you think he will tell us what happens when we die? And if we go back to who we are, if we come from a different planet, or do we stay in our human form? It would be good to understand what happens if he's allowed to tell us. And also, do we have to come back to Earth?
Yes, so some very interesting questions. So if we think of yourself as you have an energetic vibration, and of course you've chosen to incarnate into a physical human body. So this is what you call your human life. But of course, if you come from a different planet or a different species, that's your energetic form and construct. So of course you go back there after you die. So when you die, you take your last breath. Obviously, the physical body separates from the spiritual conscious awareness. The two things leave. The physical body obviously drops to the floor, stops being animated. The spiritual part, the intelligent part that's real, with the same thought process, leaves and detaches the physicality. So you don't have to come back. That is what we would call the reincarnation process. But not so much. You have a choice if you want to or not. Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah.
Many extraterrestrial entities are here that have never been here before as a human person and won't come back either after. So they're coming in as part of their species development and understanding of what's going on this planet. More about from a vibratory frequency process, because of course human civilization is effectively the bottom of the pile. So as humanity moves forward and we ascend the vibration of the species, that brings a lot of other species forward too. So effectively, humans are holding back their collective brothers and sisters, really. Or they're being held back, would be better terminology.
Okay, that's interesting. So for example, I mean, I don't feel like I come from a human, I come from somewhere else, I'm sure I do. I spent my whole life feeling homesick. So it's from the day I was born, really. I was born like it. So when I pass over, when I finish here, and I get over there to, what we call home, I'm assuming even if I'm not naturally a human, I still have to dissect my life and go through the whole process, the other side.
You have a debrief, really.
Debrief, that's the word I was looking for, yes.
So we go through your life, the choices you made, the things that you did, the good things, the bad things. So a lot of that information is augmented into what we call the soul aspect. So the part of you that is bigger than you as just Jane, effectively.
Yes.
But obviously you're talking to Chen. So I had a life as a Chinese gentleman called Chen, and this is the conscious construct that I used to do this work.
Yes.
But it's not just
who you
who
are,
I am,
or
of course.
No.
Or what? No, of course. No. It's the bit
I'm not going to try and trip you up.
Yes. Well, you have a few times, my dear.
I've tried.
Yes,
don't work.
It's very good. But this is the part that we're working with today, effectively. But of course, it's not just who and what I am, per se.
Right. No, I know. We all know that. But you're very secretive.
Well, I'm secretive for a good reason, of course.
Okay. Well,
because I present as Chen, the person that had the human life.
And that's,
But of course, a humble farmer working with negative entities doesn't really go together, as young Andrew points out quite often.
I think everybody's worked that out,
so it's quite obvious to most people that there is other things that go on behind the scenes in terms of what my construct is and which group of energies I'm part of, I might say.
Yes. Well, I think, we all know that.
But also, from an egotistical perspective, people join to things that they think and see to be powerful. This is why we have the hero complex on planet Earth. When someone becomes famous, everyone follows them and they do what they say. And this is not what we want to do. This is why we choose to present in the way that we do. So we attract the right people with the right energy, doing the right things.
Yes.
And of course, if I was to present as a deity of some description, I'd end up with all sorts of followers that have no intention of being or doing the right things.
The right thing for the right reason, absolutely.
This, of course, is
I
where
agree.
Religion is set.
Yeah. No, well, that's interesting. Thank you.
You've got a few more clues, my dear.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Well, I hope that answers your question, Sarah. It's quite a complicated process, isn't it? Because if we aren't human, but we decide to come in as human, then we still got to go through the human process when we pass over before we're allowed to go to our home, I'm assuming.
Yes, basically. But of course, many of you on this call have energetic signatures not of humans, so other species. You said yourself, my dear, I felt homesick my whole life.
Yes, I was born homesick.
Well, of course, because Earth isn't your home. So if you were on Mars and you were from Earth, you would feel homesick because you'd be on a different planet that isn't your home. So clearly this isn't your home.
Yeah.
But obviously there are other energies like you that are watching your life, that you're feeding back to. This is what happens at night when you go into the dream state. Quite often you're downloading your experiences and other encapsulated species that are part of you are connecting to you as you would be. You'd be talking, you'd be giving feedback, they'd be watching what's happening in your day-to-day.
Yeah.
So you can imagine, again, think of a school. You send your children to school, you don't know what they're doing. The school teacher has a job to teach them. And you ask the teacher at the end of the day, what have they done? What did they eat for lunch? Did they go in the play yard? Did they fall over and hurt themselves? Did they cry? Did they hurt someone else? And then you'd ask the child, how was your day at school? What did you do? So the feedback is coming in different places in different ways.
Yes.
And this is why many of you on this call wake up so tired, because there's a lot of debrief happening in your sleep state.
I have some really, really weird dreams. Really weird dreams. None of it ever makes any sense. So I wake up in the morning thinking, what's that all about? It's just...
It may seem weird to you consciously, but of course, it's probably not weird on another plane.
Yeah. Well, last night I was in some dream about my guilt. Well, it's not a guilty secret at all. It's I watched one soap, Emmerdale, and I've watched it for about 40 years or more. And last night I dreamt I was living with two of the characters from Emmerdale.
That's maybe wishful thinking, my dear.
No, I don't think so. Oh dear, there we are.
But of course, when you watch something continually, remember the conscious mind doesn't know the difference between reality and television. This is the big problem with programming and television.
It's programming, then, isn't it?
It's neurological programming. So the conscious part of you starts to believe that you're in something, or you have a role in something, because you know the characters and you know the definition of the orchestration and the way that everything's been laid out and said. So, of course, the subconscious part of you knows very well that you're not in the TV program, but the conscious mind can get pulled into that reference frame.
Yes.
And this, of course, is why youngsters at the moment are being basically taken down this track with this visual AI that they put on their face.
Yeah.
And they move into a different world.
Isn't it?
Yes, it's a very dangerous place to be for a youngster, because the conscious part of them will soon not be able to live the normal physical life without wanting to be part of this the augmented reality.
Well, yeah, they make it so exciting, don't they?
Yes, of course, for a reason.
Yes, yeah. These people become so animated, don't they, when they're playing these games, so excitable. And,
yes, and generally, of course, their life is benign and boring in physical. But when they move into these ultra realities, they become something. They become the hero.
Yes. Yes, sorry, I was just, Catherine's just saying, Jane, these chats are so entertaining with your input and banter.
Well, that's good, my dear.
Yes.
How boring it would be if it was just a normal conversation with no banter and fun.
Yeah. Yes.
I think Andrew said the other day you were the secret weapon.
He did, yeah.
Yes, because the audience is female. So they're more interested in you than him, of course.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, of course they are, my dear, because your choices in your life is aligning with their choices in life and experiences and menopause. All the things that happen to women are very interesting to other women, of course.
Yes.
So that's why you're the secret weapon.
Maybe we ladies ought to have a little evening get together on Zoom and talk about the things we've things we've managed to put in place to try and help our
a supportive network of people. I think that would be beneficial for everyone.
Yes. Somebody's asking where you come from.
Well,
he won't say.
Have a guess would be my
but you won't tell us if we're right.
Of course not.
No.
I do. No. All you need to know is that I am here with a team, as I've said, to help humanity, primarily because we're working for the planet and the planet's vibration. Yeah. That's the key takeaway.
Absolutely.
Point, really.
There we are. Yes, thank you. Right, how are we doing? I think we're on the hour. We could carry on for another 10 minutes if everybody's happy with that. If not, feel free to drop off. I'd like to put this one in. Carol Madriz. Chen, can you tell us about, I don't know how to pronounce it. She's talking about Jesus. Is it Yeshua? Yeshua. It was Jesus.
Yes.
But I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Jesus energy. Yes.
Yes. Okay. What happened after resurrection? He continued living on earth more years after or went back to heaven. And what is he doing now, and how is he lifting the vibration? So Jesus energy.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Is it?
So Christ consciousness we're talking about,
Yes,
of course.
yes.
So there was a human physical person called Jesus that obviously was or did walk the planet back in the time. Many of the stories, of course, have been elaborated and changed around what actually happened. And of course, as we know, religion tends to tell stories really to benefit themselves.
Yes.
But there is a conscious energy that we could call Christ consciousness that is connected to the Jesus frequency, and that energy is here. It's on the planet. It's never left. It's upheld in different places. Different people carry that energy genetically inside themselves, and at the moment there is a resurgence of that frequency, meaning there are people walking the planet that carry Christ consciousness energy.
Oh.
Doesn't mean they're magicians and can fix all of the world's problems.
We're not going to be
in 5
walking
minutes.
on water.
Most probably not, no. But they're carrying the frequency, and therefore the frequency of the conscious awareness of the planet changes.
Okay.
In the same way that we did our meditation only yesterday to change the vibration.
So this Jesus chap energy, I'm assuming he was psychic. I mean, he was nailed to the cross, wasn't he, for the things that he was doing? But I'm assuming he was just psychic.
Yes, basically.
Yes.
In the same way that the other deities across all of the other religions all carry or come with the same sorts of story.
Yes.
But of course, the stories have been elaborated.
Yes,
and
of course.
changed
I mean, nobody really
over time.
walked on water, did they?
I think it would be problematic if you could, really.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
But again, these things are changed into annotations. So when someone says something like they walk on water, they probably didn't walk on water at all. But again, it's the representation metaphorically of what was happening
The power
at the time.
he had.
Yes. And of course, the written word. Remember, when we go back in time, there is no one on the planet that can affiliate and contribute to what happened in those times, because no one's hundreds or thousands of years old. So again, everything is being changed generation by generation.
Yes.
And we're seeing this now with AI. Look at the AI that you're using today. It's not the same version that you were using a year ago. Therefore, the answers are changing.
They have changed. It feels like they're being monitored more now. But
well, they're being programmed and manipulated. Yes, of course. So what you started with was something that was fresh, new, and generally probably quite accurate. And now there is an overlaying control being added to the answers that come back.
Yes.
And we talked about this in one of our chats.
Yes, we did, yeah.
And I said this would happen. Like we did this 6 or 7 months ago. I said this would happen with AI.
Yes.
And we also said that the computing requirements of AI are huge, colossal for these data centers, and they would take electricity from people to continue to basically build these colossal data centers.
Yes.
So we have this program in place whereby the energy requirements of the general population are being pushed backwards and backwards and backwards. They want you using less and less electricity, because the electricity grid that is in place is required for these huge big AI data centers to run everything.
To run everything, so you don't have to use your brain either.
Well, it's control. It's a control system that's being rolled out across the world, really.
It's terrible.
That's why we're here, my dear. It's our job.
Yes, well, actually, Sarah Begin at Earth Alchemy, she this sort of answers your question, really, Sarah. She said, I bought my husband a book for Christmas that I thought was a book to decipher the images found on tarot cards. It is, but it covers the meanings through historical background. He's been fascinated with how many biblical stories were written based on other cultural stories or beliefs. We've known about several Christian holidays that were adopted from pagans, but this book covers many more than we were even aware of. Question, what percentage of the Christian Bible stories are true versus adopted from other cultures or embellished and made up?
Well, I probably don't know the exact answer.
No.
I would guess it probably 10%.
Yeah.
Because everything is adulterated and changed.
Yes.
As part of the control as time moves forward. And this is the same across all religions.
Yeah. Things get embellished and added to, don't they? Changed, yes.
And of course, there are bits taken out that they don't want people to know about. And of course, if we go back in time, we had Neanderthals walking the planet. And then we've got Saxons, pagans, all sorts of other generations
Yes.
of people that had their versions of how they would pray to the moon or the sun, and the sun god, the moon god, and they would obviously create their effectively mini religions. And then, of course, they're procreating across the world and moving across the world. So everything has something taken from somewhere else.
Yes.
There isn't a purebred religion that I know of at all. Everything has bits and pieces taken from other things.
Yeah. Well, not like ours.
Well, no, of course.
No. Yeah, it's interesting actually you say about how things get changed. I heard, when did I hear? A couple of days ago, I think, that somebody who's got quite a big following had said that you had said some time ago that eventually we would be seeing, they say, reptilians, that we would be leading them around on leads. Whereas in actual fact, what you said was we'd be seeing through the veil, we'd be seeing them.
Yes.
But doesn't that make it sound much more dramatic?
Of course, and that's how this is the Chinese whispers. When you tell one person something and then you tell the next person, the story starts to change because everyone adds the bit they'd like to add.
Yeah.
So what I said was, as the veil thins, and it really is quite thin, there are people, certainly psychic people and people that are mediumistic, that are seeing other entities already.
Yes.
Andrew, of course, being one.
Yes.
And what I said was, more people will continue to see them in daily life.
Yes.
But they certainly won't be walking them around like pets.
No.
If anything, the humans are the pets, really, as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah, well,
but then, of course,
maybe too many substances being ingested.
How things change.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yes.
That's a nice little bit of drama, doesn't
Yes, it sounds wonderful, doesn't it? And of course, this is social media. So this is a theatre show for some people. And most people that are influencers are looking for attention. So to get attention, you need clickbait. And we did cover the clickbait conversation.
Yes, we did.
Too,
yes, we've done that a couple of times, haven't we?
I quite like that one.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sure we'll come back to it again at some point. There'll be more things to talk about. So, where are we? Tesla. Not sure if Tesla's on this evening. Just before I ask that, Catherine's asking if Andy carries Christ consciousness energy.
Interesting question.
Oh, does he? Oh, is it an interesting question?
I may sidestep the answer for that one.
Oh.
Yes, interesting.
Oh. Okay.
It's very interesting.
You might have answered some other questions, though.
It's quite perceptive.
Yes. Oh. My father-in-law passed away 3 years ago now. But when he came back, the first thing he said was, because he didn't really interact in our spiritual life at all, I think he just thought it was all silly, really. He said, "Oh, you'll be very, very surprised who Chen is when you come home."
Yes, him and I have had conversations.
Yes. Okay, say no more. Well,
yes.
Thanks for asking, Catherine. Tesla, what are the causes of fast onset migraines with extensive visuals? This is interesting. I get these. Would I be calling my guides in for protection from attack, or calling them in for healing to remove?
Could
it's
be both
interesting,
things,
actually.
I
thought it's hormones.
Could be both things. The pineal gland maybe being excited. So again, it could be an emotional response. It could also, of course, be a frequency response to energetics, especially Wi-Fi and those sorts of things.
Oh, yes.
So if you're in a place or sat next to a high level of Wi-Fi radiation, that of course penetrates the brainstem into the pineal gland and can potentially create visuals from that perspective. Or, of course, psychic attack would be the same type of thing.
Okay, so yes, so it could be either, really. Yes. So it'd be good to sort of shout out for a
so maybe a tinfoil
protection
hat would be required.
Oh no, I had to wear one of those.
Yes, you did.
I developed really bad. Well, I mean, it turned out it was from had a virus last Christmas time. It was just awful, and it developed really, really bad tinnitus, which I still have. It doesn't really bother me anymore. And Andy thought I was hearing different frequencies. So he made me a hat out of tin foil and made me sit in it for about 3 nights on the trot. Until I said, this is making no difference whatsoever. I don't think this is my problem. But
Can you imagine the fun we had, my dear, watching that scenario play
embarrassing.
out? Very, very funny.
Oh dear.
Of course, the concept is good. But obviously, the head, being the brain, is reactive to radiation because, of course, we know that Wi-Fi radiation is radiation.
Yes.
So 2.4 gigahertz is radiation. 5 gigahertz is twice 2.4. More radiation amalgamated. So the higher these frequency bands go, and the more you're in their space, then of course the more detrimental to your health.
Yeah. Oh, shit! If it had worked, I'd have worn it. I've been sat here wearing it today.
Maybe
if it actually
put a
worked.
bobble hat over the top next time.
Yes. Oh, dearie me. Last one. Tesla also wants to know, is there any information that you are willing to give on dragons or anything in reference to connecting dragons with healing?
Yes, that's interesting. So we talk about this on some of the protection courses. So the dragon energy, is imbued into the planet. And we know that the Japanese, obviously, not really worship dragons, but dragons are part of their culture. They're part of the Chinese culture, of course, that I came from. So the dragon energy is still in the frequency band that planet Earth is occupied by, not in the physical. So they're no longer here in the physical, but they were in the past. And of course, there are dragons that you can see physically still in certain islands, the Galapagos, maybe in other places. You have lizard-type dragons that walk the planet, but their big brother... Physically, yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
But the big brothers of them, the ones we're talking about, of course, they basically move back inside the planet, and they're now here energetically. But they do work with people, and they are still connected.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Dragonus is what we call them.
Dragonus, yeah. I was just actually thinking, I just wrote that down actually, really. Dragon is also like drag on, isn't it? I don't know if I don't suppose it makes any difference, but
it's interesting, my dear.
Yes.
Of course, in the Chinese culture, dragons were very powerful entities that were worshipped effectively. So everything that happens in these types of propaganda has to have some relation to what people saw, what were involved, or what were energetically on the planet at some point in time.
Yeah.
The same as when we talk about fairies and elves and pixies and other type stories.
Yeah.
These stories obviously are based upon something.
Yeah, Andy thinks the fairies are in the garden.
Yes, and I'm sure he's right, my dear.
You think, yeah.
Well, he talks to them, doesn't he?
He does.
Yes.
He leaves big clumps of daisies and grass everywhere at the bottom of the garden. When he's cutting it, he goes round areas.
Much to your annoyance, my dear.
I like it looking tidy.
Yes.
Oh dear.
We do have the opportunity to chuckle.
Yeah, Laura says they're all still here. Of course they are. Yes. I was just thinking the very same thing. Oh, here we are. We're back again, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Can somebody just let us know that we are back?
Maybe we're stepping on toes energetically.
Oh, shouldn't we be talking about dragons?
Well, we can talk about whatever we choose, my dear.
Or Jesus.
Well, we can talk about whatever we like.
Are we online? I think so. Maybe it says we are, but...
Yes, if it says we are, we'll assume that we are.
We're back. Okay, so
that was a short intermission.
It was, but actually we're at the end now anyway, aren't we, of the questions? But I do just want to say, Tracy Pickett, putting my cat to sleep. I called on Chen to come in and help her cross. Did you hear? Thank you for your help.
We always hear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You'd be surprised how many animals we do cross. Or not really cross, we just receive them effectively.
Yeah, well, we're very lucky that we can call out to you and check that they cross over and everything's okay.
Yes, because animals feel frightened in the same way humans do. So when they pass, of course, they still have that energy of awareness.
Yes.
And worry and fright.
Yeah. So I've hated it every time we've had to do that.
Yes, it's a very difficult time.
Quite traumatic, yeah. Yeah, and funny actually, because my little Florrie, I absolutely adored her, my little first Yorkie, as much as I do Bert, and we had to take her to be put down. And I didn't cry for a while, and then once I started crying, I carried on for 3 years. I didn't stop. I couldn't talk about her. Funny, isn't it? We humans.
Trauma, my dear. PTSD, that would be.
Yes. Anyway, on that note, I think time has gone on. Maybe perhaps we ought to let Andy back.
Did we answer all of the questions?
Yes, we did.
Wonderful. Marvellous.
I think so. Kira did say, actually, this is on the end, when we carry trauma from our past life into this life, upon recognising it, are we able to release it ourselves, or do we need assistance?
Yeah, you can release it yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. Obviously, you can call for assistance, invite your guides to come in, help clear the frequencies, but you can let them go, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was a quick answer.
Yes.
See, you can do it.
If I choose.
Like, you prefer to talk, don't you?
Yes, well, we like to have a chat, my dear, don't we?
Yes.
It's a special time.
Yeah. Okay, right. Well, thank you so much, as always, for your wisdom and help and guidance. And
yeah, good. I'm
thank
glad
you.
to be able to offer my guidance and our versions of
we're
things.
very lucky.
Yes.
We're very lucky that we've got you here.
And I can feel the heat, my dear, radiating from you. Now you've turned in to the electric fire.
Oh, I feel like it. Yeah.
Yes.
You are very, very hot.
Yes, well, the frequency obviously goes up dramatically. And of course, this is why Andrew burns through T-shirts at a rate of knots.
He does.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you, Chen.
Well, I will say good day, my dear. Thank you for your time, for everyone that's listening, and we will look forward to the next conversation. Good day.
Thank you. Hello. Back.
I'm back
Are you crying?
I'm back with,
Red
watery eyes.
Watery eyes. Oh, we had Michael and Gary on as well tonight. So there was a couple of gents in the audience.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
2 blokes, always good. Holding the team together. It's always nice. There was a lot of conversations there then.
Yes. Yeah, well, we got through quite a lot of questions, didn't we? Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So we've run over, actually.
That's what we're here for.
So we're about 20 minutes over.
That's okay. We're on no time running. It's our job, basically. That's what we're here to do. As Chen will tell you, just get on with it.
Yeah.
And Terry would say other things.
When you say that, we had a few
Terry
words
would say
into
a
it.
few expletives in terms of just get on with it. That's what me and John are here, basically, on a regular basis. Just get on with the work, which is always funny.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Tracy's
Cool.
saying I include Jono in my daily prayers for healing.
Oh, that's good. John's doing really well, actually.
Yes, he is.
He is like the cat with about 1 million lives, because he seems to get to the edge. We all think he's going to disappear, and then he comes bouncing back. So I think at the moment he's doing really well.
He is, isn't he?
He looks a lot better than he has for years, probably, actually, facially, colour-wise and stuff.
Yes.
Still take the mick out of him every day just to keep him on his toes.
And yes, it happens the other way around as well, doesn't it?
It does works both ways, to be fair. Yeah,
They
we do
have a
that,
good bantery relationship.
which is always good. We've got another gentleman, Stuart. That's cool.
Oh, Stuart.
So we've got four males.
With
4
you.
men on the call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite nice. It's quite good that the guys are waking up, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Ladies seem to have run away with the prize, though, don't they?
Well, Chen knows Michael very well.
Does he?
Yes, from previous lives. He was a man of the cloth.
Was he? Yeah, that's interesting. I bet he's not now then.
No, I asked him.
Oh,
I
right.
don't know. I think he's maybe a psychologist or something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I'm sure he'll let us know.
She's gone the other way and gone into science rather than, religion.
I'll come down to an email in the morning saying, hi, JD.
Hi, JD. Jane downstairs.
Yes.
Jane's upstairs today, Michael. You might have noticed she's taking my space in my office that she's encroached on. And very hot.
Yeah. Very hot.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Catherine's in the hospital.
Is she?
Yeah, she's having an asthma attack. So no doubt she's sat on a nebulizer.
Ask for Chen. Call out to Chen. He's just finished. He's got some time on his hands now.
Somebody did ask further back the thread, because Catherine was saying that a nurse had come in to try and get her to have the flu jab, and she said she was so annoyed that because Chen was answering her question at the time, so she was distracted with this nurse. She said, I was so cross that I missed my answer for all this nonsense. So she said, but yeah, she was in hospital. I've lost my thread now. You've distracted
Sorry,
me.
I was playing with the cards.
Yes.
So we've got these Chen cards basically that we've had printed. That we're still waiting for some of them.
Well, they're arriving on the 20th now,
Oh, right.
apparently.
So I just picked one for this call, just out of interest, and it was interesting. So the card that I picked is Planet.
Oh, wow.
Group meditation changes frequency.
Wow.
Chen. So the whole pack of cards that we could have picked.
Talked about last night.
No, it's on the floor. That was
Amazing.
the card we picked, which was last night's meditation. So
fantastic.
Synchronicities at work, which is always good.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. So on the back of the conversation we were having with Catherine, somebody said, "What is Chen's take on the vaccinations?" Which I didn't bring up at the time because we try to veer away from being controversial. I mean, a lot of people know our own personal opinions on these things, but we try to sort of keep it away from talking about these things publicly, because that's not who we are, really. I mean, in our private life, perhaps, I mean, we do have lots of opinions.
But what we could say is Chen gave us the nod in January not to have one, which I think answers all the questions.
Then. Yeah. So I mean, there's lots of big conversations in our house with all our family, the kids and stuff, but we all have the same opinions and things, but we don't talk about things too much publicly because it's a sticky area too, isn't it, for a lot of people?
Yeah, it's personal.
It is
choice.
personal. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously people in different places.
Mm.
I mean, our personal circumstances aren't particularly good because obviously both my parents disappeared pretty fast after theirs.
Mm.
So you can imagine the conversation.
But anyway,
around our dinner table.
Yes. So we ought to close up.
Yeah, perfect. Well, that was great. Hopefully, I'll know back. So it sounds like you've had a good time.
Session. Yeah.
Thanks for joining, folks, and obviously pop your questions in for next week.
Yeah, I'll pop a post out in the morning.
Yeah.
And the cards will be available hopefully by the end of the month. They're supposed to be arriving with us on the 20th, Kira. So, if you did register your interest, you'll be on my spreadsheet.
Jane's turned into a spreadsheet person. The only conversations we have now is around spreadsheets and tabs, basically.
Yes. Oh dear, I'm becoming so boring. I've got to get a life.
Yeah,
the problem is this time of year, given the state of my poor old lungs, I hardly leave the house.
And the amount of work to do, which is Chen's fault generally.
Well, that's good. That's what we're here for. Right.
Cool. All right, folks. Well, we'll say good day. Goodbye. Have a good day, morning, night time, wherever you are, and we'll catch you again next week.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers, folks. Bye.